real red prison. None of that Eldrazi red prison stuff, not like League number 1. We're going to play the good stuff. Now, if you were here on Sunday, hopefully you enjoyed Team Degenerate Gaming's standard tournament, where we took down, I think it was like 3rd, 4th place. We ended up getting some codes that we shared and gave away. During that event, though, we talked about playing Red Prison on Monday, and that Eldrazi list happened to show up, so we entertained that. But we mentioned a card that we were going to play, and we're going to give a try. Now, we are going to risk a little bit here. The meta does not seem to have too much in terms of artifacts. And in fact, hammer time is never a problem. So with that, we are going to take a single league here to say goodbye to our good friend Abrade. Now, don't get rid of Abrade. Put that in your sideboard of sideboards off to the side. Abrade will be going, though, and we're going to play Cathartic Pyre. This is going to be our new card for this league. We'll see how it goes. Cathartic Pyre is a new card from Midnight Hunt and reads as follows. Choose 1. Deal 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker. Yes. Or discard up to 2 cards and draw that many cards. Nice. Have you already forgotten what Abrade did? Hold on. Let me refresh your memory. Abrade reads, deal 3 damage to target creature and creature only, and destroy artifacts. So this doesn't only just hit creatures, it also hits planeswalkers too, which is really, really a big thing. Sometimes planeswalkers can be really difficult for us to target. We're kind of sometimes leaning on stomps from Bone Crusher. This is going to give us a little more reach. Really good to see. The last time we were really doing a lot of that damage was Chandra redirects to planeswalkers, and we have found some damage now with Fury being included in the list, but Cathartic Pyre, we'll see how that works. The other thing that's very interesting is with a lot of newer cards, Red is getting its version of card draw. I think every version of colors seems to be getting that. Black will take damage, white will investigate, usually has to put a little more mana into it. Red seems to kind of exile and then maybe get to play or kind of loot away things. Blue is just natural draw here, and green is usually associated with creatures. So this is going to give us a little bit of draw. Seasoned Pyromancer is going to give us a little draw. This actually gives our list 7 cards that draw plus 3 Chandras. We have 10 cards that kind of draw and gain value as the game progresses, and we'll see if that benefits us, as that card selection is super important. Other cool thing about this is if there's no creature to shoot and you have it in hand, it doesn't get stuck because it's discard up to 2 cards and draw that many. You can basically pitch it and stay behind your bridge. We are playing the most recent list, aside from the Abrades. As we had success with Chandra, we also had success with Hazoret, so Mom Dog's back in the picture. We've got ourselves a Chandra. We have Rabblemaster still tagging along with the Red Prison since 2017. Eidolon's in here also, just in case there's multiple spells. We did see a Phoenix list earlier. Let's get it going. Let's play some Red Prison here. Let's go. A lot of options in the format for cards to be playing from the sideboard, cards to be playing main decked. We're still a Red Prison list, trying to get out Blood Moon as fast as possible, trying to get behind bridge and playing our chalices to hopefully lock our opponents out. Let's get to match number 1. Prison Elements. It kind of is. It's kind of turning into that. We have Elemental Incarnation and Season. Don't do that, Last God. Trying to take away from Chandra and Karn. I can't believe you. All right. Apparently our opponent is Lord of the Leash. We have a 1-lander here. We're going to throw this back. Need a little more than 1 land. All right. 2 lands, Pyretic. Got some Furies. Got this Pyre in here. I'm going to want to keep this. All right. This one looks pretty good. Question is, what are we tossing back? Removal. Pretty good card. I only have one Hazoret. Could draw some more. I'm actually really tempted to ditch the Fury and lean on Pyre and Pyromancer here. Opponent kept 7. All right. At the same time, I know the value of like Hazoret is like diminishing. Fury's probably the more flexible card. So let's go ahead and put Mom Dog back. It's a tough call though. It really, really is a tough call. Unless we get fetched away or something like that. You've got to be kidding me. The very first matchup we run into, my Pyre is already worse than a Braid. You have got to be kidding me. This is a slap in the face. This is the game and Magic Online telling me, you're dumb, Fluffy. Why'd you take the Braid out? Don't play with new cards. Unrealistic. Unbelievable. Bonus Fury. All right. Well, let's go ahead and use our Pyre to probably do some looting. This is too unreal. I'm gonna eat a cookie in stress. I'm stressed. I'm stressed. I eat a cookie. Ah. There is always Carnias. All right, we can discard the Pyretic Ritual because now it's garbage. I'm going to hold on to the Fury. We're going to discard just a Pyretic. That's all we want. I want to get a Seasoned Pyromancer potentially down. Well, do I? You know what? Get rid of the Seasoned Pyromancer too. Ah, look at that. Scavenger Grounds and Seasoned Pyromancer. What draws? What draws? Okay. Well, can't play Seasoned Pyromancer, so let's go ahead and throw a Chalice on 1. I'm going to try to get a little more value out of this Fury. Wait for another creature to show up. Okay. There's Vial. Red, white taxes is what this appears to be. I'm hoping for no Ghost Quarter plus Leonin Arbiter. There's a fetch land, so less likely to see a Leonin Arbiter. Stoneforge Mystic. Glad I held on to Fury at this point. Cauldra Complete. See, a Braid's terrible. What are we talking about? A Braid is terrible. Okay. It's an interesting card because it unlocks my Seasoned Pyromancer. At the same time, I can just like Fury here. Pew, pew. And be happy. I think we just Fury be happy about this. I could also Fury pitching the other Fury here and then have the Desperate Ritual after the fact. We need to live, so I want both Furies. Let's go ahead and exile. Yeah, exile Seasoned Pyromancer. We're going to do that because if I hit Karn as my next card, I want to Ritual it. And be happy to do that. Let's go like this, just in case they have a Anthem type of a creature here and grows anything. Board wipe, go ahead, opponent. That actually plays around Thalia that sometimes stops Anger the Gods. This is why Fury is being played a lot more now. 2-drop. I hope it's not Stoneforge Mystic, please. Fetches Sacred Foundry. Please don't be Stoneforge. 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 All right, ladies and gentlemen, what do we need? Bridge. You're right. We need a bridge. We need a bridge to stop the attacking creatures. We can do that, though. Believe in the bridge. There's a Sunbaked Canyon. 2 mana Stoneforge here. Huh. Thalia is back. All right, so I'm going to have to blow up the world again. Come on, bridge. Where are you at? Cauldron Complete's in play. 5 damage in. I'm at 13. Bridge off the top, please. Bridge, bridge, bridge. Bridge, bridge, bridge. Bridge, 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 bridge. All right. I don't want to get hit by a bunch of stuff. Let's pitch Magus. We're doing this because the Desperate Ritual needs to find Karn so I can get Bridge. We're just trying to prevent Batterskull from showing up. It's a 3-turn clock currently with the Cauldron Complete. If they do hit another land, they can play Batterskull. 2 unknown cards. Aether Vial at 3. Something's coming into play. That's not good. That's not good. Pyro Recruiter. You know what's really good that we have? All right, Felidar Guardian, Aether Vial up to 4. They can flicker Imperial, and if they top deck land, they can Kiki me out of the game. Speaking of 5th land. Speaking of the 5th land. Land found. Felidar in. Imperial flickered. Kiki Jiki found. Play Kiki Jiki. Infinite. Concede game. We're super dead? Probably. Gets a Thalia. Okay. Oh. I got excited. I was like, they don't have it. I'll Desperate Ritual and top deck Bridge. That wasn't Bridge. Okay. Pithing Needle's coming in here. That's about all I really need. And we can take out probably Chalice. Okay, Pithing Needle's coming in. It names Aether Vial. It's Karn number 5 for Aether Vial. Karn's here. We're going to do Liquid Metal Coatings, hopefully. We could bring Spyglass in. Suppose I can do that for one more Chalice. The scariest thing here is probably Prismatic Ending for us. Hopefully we can also just get a quick Blood Moon. That would stop some of the white cards from coming down. We can stop the Aether Vial. We'll be good. I think Abrade would have slowed down that game a little bit. They did use Aether Vial, but the Pyre also got us a few cards deeper. We'll continue to weigh in on whether Abrade or Pyre is better. Right now, probably Abrade slight advantage only because we ran into an Aether Vial deck first. That being said, who doesn't like turn 2 Karn? Let's make it happen. We're not even going to get to play Pyre. Ragavan. Ragavan. Man. All right. I guess we'll play Pyre. We'll do a turn 3 Karn. At the same time, maybe we do a turn 4 Karn. I don't know. How much mana does this make? 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess I'll get Liquid Metal Coating. I could get Torpor Orb here. You know what? Just in case they have Skyclave, Torpor Orb's pretty good. It's also worth considering pithing the Stone Forges. Oh, yeah. We definitely could do that, but now it probably doesn't matter. All right, they made a 1-1. Made a 1-1. Let's go ahead and play Seasoned Pyromancer, see what else we do. Let's go ahead and... 4-drop doesn't scare me too much here. Let's go get the Liquid Metal Coating. All right. the best friend of Torp Orb. 4th mana here. Aether Vial doesn't do anything. Thalia is a little bit annoying. Okay. Play a Liquimetal Coating. Let's go up on the plains and get rid of the plains here. We're going to Season Pyromancer block Thalia here to keep Karn around, and we're hoping to draw a land so that I can get Season Pyromancer tokens for a little bit, work our way up with the Karn, and hopefully from there be safe and sound. Aether Vial going up here. I really feel confident this Torp Orb was the right play. Opponent's got another land, attacks for both here. We'll block Thalia. If we miss this land, I might down tick with Karn, but we don't. So we're good to keep going here. Let's go ahead and kill the basic plains. And pass the turn. Looking pretty good thus far. The deck is the second one that we're playing right now. There's a lot of links there. All right, combat. I assume we're going to be swinging. Wanting to activate Season Pyromancer here during attack steps. Making some tokens. I actually feel it might be more correct to just chump block Thalia. Not worry about trying to get this too far here, because then I can chump block again and continue to eat their lands. It's kind of a little riskier of a play. They keep playing lands as well. I could always activate Liquimetal Coating as well. If we top deck Fury, that'd be really good. A Chalice. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's for Blood Moon. Let's go up on Liquimetal Coating and pass turn. This way I can block Stoneforge and Thalia here, if I would like to. The Blood Moon's shutting off a lot of things, which is good. Could lose Karn here. If they have a spot removal as well, we might lose something. Swing with the team at Karn, I assume. Okay. Well, we keep missing things here. If I go down with Karn right now, we can go get Bridge, and I probably just need to do that. It does turn their Aether Vial on here, but the Torp Orb should protect us quite a bit. We are going to empty our hands as well with this Bridge. Cool. All right. Empty-handed, Torp Orb in play, Bridge here. Blood Moon stopping white mana. Opponent can play any creature pretty much off their vial, but we have no creatures I'm too worried about because most of them would ETB doing something, and that's just not going to happen. So do you have an out, opponent? Play our land, pass turn. Plenty of mana. As soon as I play anything here, I think they'll concede. Just gotta find Chandra, Karn, anything. Last thing I want to find is Seasoned Pyromancer. Oh, it doesn't matter. We have Torp Orb in play. Woo! Monday. All right. Can I get a, you know. Yeah, I probably have the mana. The problem, Grace, would be is if I drew 2 lands. If I drew 2 lands, then things could get a little scary. Extra bridge is nice in case they do have a way to get rid of bridge. They're holding the Aether Vial on 3. They like 3. 3 is their number. But yeah, drawing double land would be the only thing that would be worrisome. Pass. We'll find a win condition at some point. What's cool here is that we can find Furies. We can like board wipe them. We can then hold a few cards to get to bridge. That's an option. Obviously our Planeswalkers do it. So there's Fury. Fury doesn't do it though because of Torp Orb. Nothing does anything here. This card's so good. I don't even know what this object is. It's a Torp Orb, Fluffy. Oh, really? Can I get a Planeswalker, please? Thank you. What is it? Hazard? It's on the bottom? No, that was the other game. Exactly. See, if we were in person, we'd be having a good conversation. But since we're online, we kind of just hit the F6 button. And just smash the F6 button a whole bunch. A lot of cards that they're revealing to us by discarding. New Fury. Maybe I do draw 3 cards here and just start smashing. I mean, if I have 4 Furies here, that's mega lethal. I'm also a little surprised they're not beyond 4 lands, but I guess I did kill, what, 2? Back and forth. How's everyone's Monday going? We doing a thing. Doing a thing. We doing a thing. Yeah. 37 cards versus 35. I technically mill them out too before they mill me out. Planeswalker, please. Thank you. The list is misbehaving right now. It's jealous of all those Eldrazi's that we played earlier. We're flooding a little bit. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 of our 21 lands. Only 9 more left. Here comes a 3-drop. Flicker Wisp. You got it. 3-1. We have a 2-2. Your move, opponent. Another 3-drop. Here we go. That's true. We used what? Yeah, 4 or 5 rituals. Extra Blood Moon. Always nice. Always nice to have redundant lock pieces. Funny enough, my opponent hasn't even found another Aether Vial. They, like, pitched one. Whoa, look at that planes. For a moment, I was like, they're 5 colors. All right, they prismatic ending my torpor orb. This could be a problem. I need a bridge like yesterday. Not a bridge. I need a Karn. Skyclave. Okay. We're getting interesting here. They're gonna take a bridge away. I need Karn off the top. Karn off the top. Okay. We'll put a chalice on 1. Now we're at 20 and my opponent's at 17. Chalice on 3 is not really needed. Chalice on 3 stops me from playing future bridges. Really, we just need to get our torpor back. Prismatic Ending puts it into exile, so as soon as I get a Karn, I can go get it again. I expect this bridge to disappear. There's Kiki Jiki. Activate on Skyclave here. We're almost dead. All right, play Magus past turn. My opponent can play Flicker and Skyclave through Aether Vial. Chalice on 3 would hurt us more than them. Another Skyclave. So if they have Felidar Guardian in hand, they win. Skyclave's away a Magus of the Moon. Okay. Copy Skyclave to get rid of a Blood Moon. Okay. Yeah, Angel or Kitty kills us. They're picking us apart. Look at how powerful that torpor was. Okay. To be fair, there's Imperial Recruiter. Okay. They get Felidar. Play Felidar and then 3-drop to get rid of Bridge. Felidar can blink a Skyclave or something like that to get rid of Bridge. Dang it. Well, for what it's... Oh, okay. I'm going to let them do this because my opponent could go to combat forgetting I'm empty-handed. The last thing they need to do with Kiki Jiki here is copy a Skyclave to allow them to attack. But if they don't do this correctly, then I have to play to this potential out because I could then top deck Karn and get a Torp Orb. And if the stuff's tapped in a way that they can't interact with my bridge properly, we might have an out. Here comes a 3-drop. If it's what I think it is, we're going to concede. It's another Skyclave. All right. They got us. We had 3 more lands, 4 more, 5 more, 6 more, 7 more. Oh my gosh. There's a Chandra. My gosh. That's a lot of lands. That's a lot of lands. Well, that's disappointing. But I guess when you find 16 of your 21 lands before cards, you're not going to win that game. Let's go to game number 2. I agree. The last one would blink the Apparition if they happen to use Felidar and blink something else. But yes, there's a million ways that they could get out of that. Lost it all when we lost the Torp Orb. Lost it all when we lost the Torp Orb. So we went Torp Orb and Liquid Metal Coating. Maybe we should have gone Torp Orb plus Bridge. I don't know. Was I empty-handed, though? I don't think I was. So I don't know if the bridge would have helped. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What, we did bring in the spyglass, so we could have drawn that. Obviously another Karn. Because if we would have wiped out all their lands, then the prismatic ending would never have gotten rid of the Torpor Orb. Maybe there was a case to not having Torpor Orb for our Furies, but that's not how you play that game. We gotta just put it behind us, play our next match, go for that 4-1. Maybe we can make it a 3-2-4-1 kind of night tonight. We'll find out. Well, let's go. Oh, Avison. Oh, Avison. All right. We did not earn our cookie, though. Got to play another match to see if we can earn it. Chalice plus Brid, plus Magus plus Chandra. Let's keep. Flooded Strand, fetching. Hopefully a shock land. Steam Vents. And plays Ragavan. Nope, Darcy. Okay. And Bobble. Surveil. All right, we can manage this. Chalice on 1's probably pretty powerful in this matchup. Magus is going to stop my opponent from playing Murktide. Chandra will hopefully kill just the Darcy. That's the only thing there, and be protected from bolts through Chalice. They keep the card on top, and they're going to draw it, I think. Upkeeps here in case I'm a Thoughtseize list. They're going to find a red card. It is Chandra. I'm going to pass the turn. All right, opponent. This will fetch a basic, probably. Basic. There's a bolt. Bolt seems aggressive, but they might know who I am. Expressive Iteration and Lightning Bolt plus this, getting in damage 14. Ay. All right. Let's go ahead and try to slap down Chalice on 1. I might even just Fury here. It's super tempting because it's a 3/3. Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce. Ooh, all right. Yes. This is happening. We don't want to take any more damage. Oh, boy. All right. We do have the Magus, but it could get bolted easily. We'll see where this game goes. There's a Polluted Delta. An extra island can be found for my opponent here. We are going to at least force that. Work to Chandra, work to Fury. 16-14. Maybe 15-14 if they want to fetch. Counter spells. All right. Fetching. Steam Vents. We have a lot of things down here. I need a red source. When they play Murktide here, I need to be able to pitch Fury plus use Chandra downtick. It's one of the few ways you can get rid of a Murktide that's an 8/8 or a 7/7. If we can't do that, we're probably dead. Here we go. Red source. Red card. Red card. We have to hold for 1 turn here. Murktide kills us in 2. I have to chance that my opponent doesn't have a counterspell here, and I hit a red source so that I can play both. They kill Chandra here. There's no way Chandra lives there. All right. Double lands when we didn't want them. All right, this is an exceptionally difficult matchup. I've had very little luck in beating this. All right. We're going to bring in our more aggressive package here. Still need bridge because they do attack. I need to try to get a quick Blood Moon, but it's not a priority because they're kind of Blue Moon. We need to avoid Murktide. I have a couple of things that can go after the graveyard, but the list is not really graveyard-centric, so it's not really worth a wasted spot on trying to bring that in. Let's see how it goes. I need to not have Murktide. I need to have something in place before that happens. Let's do it. Let us do it, shall we? I gotta earn my cookie. Let's play first. This is a slow hand. I have a cookie. It's sitting right here. One cookie for a win. I haven't won yet. All right. I'm going to test Pyre here. I don't think this is a very good keep, though, but we'll test Pyre. Maybe I get to kill a Ragavan or something like that. Maybe we kill a Ragavan. It is an excellent mountain choice. A little bit snowy looking. Excellent red and orange hues. Odyssey. Excellent in foil. I love it. All right, mountain in play, pass turn. Let's see how this game goes. Polluted Delta and passes back. We're going to pass. We have the Pyre. I don't know if I'm going to use it or not. Fiery Islet. So you can almost guarantee they have a counter spell. We'll just keep playing mountains. Fire breathing. It's going. It's going. We are struggling a little bit here with Red Prison. Bobble. The first thing here is going to get countered, right? They have a counter spell, 100%. Let's lead with a Blood Moon. They can fetch basic islands. No harm. No harm here, opponent. Basic island. Blood Moon resolve. Ooh, we got a counter spell. All right, I'll take it. You just enjoy the show? There's a bolt, there's a counter spell. They're starting to fill up their graveyard. Having 2 Furies here is at least an answer to 1 Murktide. Kind of feels bad that it's an answer to 1, but sometimes you just gotta go with it. All right, next threat, Karn. Karn can go get a Tormod's Crypt if I want it. We'll probably get Bridge as well. There's Archmage Charm counter. All right. 2 counters out of the way. What else are we playing, opponent? Bobble. Plenty of cards in the graveyard for my opponent to delve away. Expressive Iteration. Thought Scour and land. A lot of the Jumpstart Mountains are pretty. I'd imagine so. There's lots of pretty art. Thought Scours. Tons of cards in the graveyard. What are we going to do now? Nothing? Takes a draw. Well, I'm just going to play the Chandra that they know about and pass the turn. I'm expecting this to get countered. Ta-da! All right, counter. A lot of mana for my opponent. I think they're trying to line up where they can Murktide and have a counter spell to protect it. We already have to dump so many resources into killing Murktide when it shows up. I'm just hoping they don't have double Murktide. Flooded Strand after a Thought Scour. Here comes Murktide with Archmage Charm open. We'll lead with Chandra here. Maybe I don't lead with Chandra. I've heard the foils are amazing. All right, so Nemesis of Red Prison right now. Blue-Red Prowess wasn't too bad. Scavenger Grounds is a nice one. Would stop a future Murktide. So, what's the dealio here? The deal is that my opponent has some sort of counter. I'm basically going to have to throw 5 cards at this Murktide to kill it. I'm going to have Chandra either resolve or not. I'm going to do Fury plus a second Fury probably. Now, I could try to hard cast a Fury, but if I try to hard cast one of the Furies here, we're going to be in trouble. Now, the other thing that could happen is I'm basically going to Fury. The question is Chandra resolving? The answer should be no in 100% of the scenarios. My opponent should see the Fury, and then if I go for second Fury, they should just let it resolve, losing their Murktide. But what we could do is play Fury and then try to Fury again. And then if they counter, then I could get the Chandra in. So we're going to go that line. We're going to evoke a Fury into evoke a Fury and hope that we can kill the Murktide and make it look fairly desperate here. And then the idea is we'll have Chandra. If by chance they do let it go here, then the Chandra really isn't that worthwhile anymore because it's probably getting countered. But this is going to look as desperate as I can make it. It's pretty telling because I could have just hard cast here. We're just going to hope it's not a Spell Pierce. And now we can kill. That's the best way we can get rid of Murktide, and you can see the amount of resources you need in order to get this through. This is probably a bolt, just kill Chandra, and we're at blank slate here, hoping that the last card in their hand's not a Murktide. Hey, resolved. If we get to untap, we'll go ahead and use Scavenger Grounds here to clear the graveyard. That being said, a future Murktide could show up. The Dragon Rage, we do need to kill that or it's going to take over this game as well. Bolts Chandra. And I don't think there's anything else we could have done. This is a great example of where Murktide's just going to crush Red Prison. If you have like 5 Murktide players at your LGS, play something different. Or play like a Scred variation where you can constantly get rid of the graveyard. All right, graveyard's gone. They gotta go. Eidolon's an interesting pickup here. We'll see what happens. Could have held Scavenger Grounds, but we basically need to get rid of it before my opponent gets the turn back. Otherwise, they could play Murktide out of their hand. Bolts Eidolon here, Surveil 1 card in their hand. Looking for a Hail Mary here with Hazoret, maybe Chandra, maybe Karn. Spell Pierce to the yard. I probably would have held that. Dashes in Monkey. 3 damage in, gets to see the top of our library. Please don't be Rabblemaster. Mountain. All right. Monkey's being nice to us. Passes over a mountain. They do have 3 mana here. We hit a Ramunot Ruins. That's 2 damage we can do to them, but we probably won't in case we top deck Fury. Pass turn, they'll dash in Monkey again here. Now we could be in trouble. They hit Chandra here, we're toast. 3 damage. Top of the library is a Gemstone Caverns. All right. Whiff again. Opponent has 5 mana. Lightning Bolts to Surveil 1. Thought Scour to the yard. All instants. All instants. This is enough for a 7/7 or 8/8 Murktide. And with that, can't do anything about it. Bridge is only out here. And away we go. 0-2 on the evening with Red Prison. Not looking too good. First match we should have had. Second match we're a severe underdog. Let's see what happens in match number 3. I don't run into Murktide enough to play something tuned towards Murktide. If you have a lot of Murktide, like I said, I think you could play a little bit more of a Scred variation and do something with probably not Karn and do something with Chandra's, maybe Awakened Inferno at the top end. You're looking at maybe some dragons, probably Scred, probably relics, and that way you can keep the graveyard a little more in check. You're hoping that the other decks in the format that have graveyard interaction will beat down the Murktide list a little bit better and you won't run into them. That's the hope. Is it a great hope? No. But it's your hope. All right, we kept this hand. Got Pyre again. It's a removal spell. We got a turn 3 Karn. Turn 2 if we draw another ritual. Hand is okay. And here we go again. And here we go again. I'm so excited. At least I have some Scavenger Grounds this time around. All right. Just because they could counter, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the monkey this time. If they have a second one, they'll dash it in. With this Karn, we'll probably need to go get bridge. We can beat this list. It is beatable. It's just hard. And Darcy. Serum Visions. Okay. Sorcery Speed instead of Instant Thought Scour. Not trying to dump as much to the graveyard. Unholy Heat goes to the bin. Plus Scrying. Where does the scry go? One bottom, one top. Okay. Ooh. Well, we could Chalice. Kind of like the Chalice on one and maybe just pass. Chalice on one, pass, Ritual out, Fury. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. If they put too many things in the graveyard here as well, I could like take the turn off if I top deck a land. All right, they can just throw another spell. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm a little worried that we're not going to get our bridge down now. Expressive Iteration. Lightning Bolt to the yard. 4 types. It still feels like just Fury. Polluted Delta is revealed. Something else went to the hand. Blood Moon might be the best draw. Might be the best draw. All right. I don't think I can race my opponent. What I could theoretically do here is Karn downtick Tormod's Crypt and Fury get rid of the Dragon Rage Channeler. Spell Pierce is covered, Force is not, and then try to smash in with Hazoret. Let's give it a shot. All right. Darcy go bye-bye. Karn should resolve, I would think. Downtick. Tormod's Crypt. Play and get rid of the graveyard. That way we prevent a Murktide here. I think that's the scariest thing. Look at that. Look at that concession. Chalice, Tormod's Crypt taken care, no Murktides, bridge coming. All right, so you can win. It's just a pain. I'm not really liking these Pyres. They haven't been very good so far. Maybe we need to treat this a little bit like the Mardu list way back in 2018. Basically bring in a lot more beefy stuff or things that are going to help you here and get rid of the rituals. So with that, let's try that. Rituals out. More action in. Kind of trying to go swing for swing against our opponent. Maybe we can get the W here and get a cookie. It's all about the cookie here tonight. It is all about the cookie. All right. I assume they will play first. 1 landers, huh? Send it back. Ugh. Don't ask. Don't ask. Who needs cards? Not us, guy. Don't be Ragavan, please. Darcy. No, Pyre. Pyre, please. I need to kill this monkey. Pyre. Well, we would have Eidolon. I'm sure they could get rid of it. All right, so Karn would be nice here. Whoa, there's Chandra. That would have been nice. Could have taken a Chandra. All right, opponent's got 3 mana here. They are more than likely going to counter here. We will play Blood Moon. Resolves. Okay. Interesting. Probably resolves because the Ragavan can just keep attacking here and they'll just have the treasure tokens they need. Can I have that one back, opponent? Can I have that bridge back, please? Please. All right. Play a Seasoned Pyromancer, make a token, hopefully. We'll see if my opponent counters this. They'll have to use a treasure token to counter it, as they need double blue or triple blue. Do they like Seasoned Pyromancer here? This does create 2 blockers for Ragavan as well. They're not interested. They're definitely using some of these treasures. They full counter it. Okay. All right. I'll take it. That's actually not too bad for us. Yeah, they get to hit us again. I hope they don't skip over a land now. It's sort of like a land. Okay, Ragavan going the distance here, but we do have a Seasoned Pyromancer in the yard. Blood Moon in play, stopping difficult casted cards. Spreadive Iteration here. I'd love to hit a land here so I can Fury away the Ragavan. What does Iteration hit? What do they want? Flooded Strand. All right, that's a mountain. Land. Could attempt to put this on 2. Goes a bolt. I don't think I need it on 2 though. If we hit that land, I'm just gonna Seasoned Pyromancer to block Monkey. In they go. Down to 9. There's a Desperate Ritual. Another reason not to put it on 2. I could hit my Rituals. I could put my Pyres. I could hit my Eidolons. Darcy? That gets countered. Cast the Desperate Ritual. Expressive Iteration here. Floating a lot of mana. That's not good. I'm really nervous about a Murktide now. They have enough here. What up? Just got steamrolled on an enchantment prison list. Running a Tron twice. Mill and Murktide. Only beating Ponza. Opponent fires off a Lightning Bolt. It gets countered. Here comes Murktide. So I need Bridge here or I'm probably dead. Eight Murktide. Bridge, please. Bridge. Bridge. I can play what appears to be one more turn here. Let's go get Ragavan out of the way. Pass turn. I'm taking 8. How's the red deck been treating? Not great. I'm at 1. Bridge off the top is our out. Dang it. Look at how much damage this is, too. Look at how much damage this is. This is for 11. And my opponent's at 6 there. Alright, we're going to go to game 3. This is Murktide. This is Murktide. I'm going to bring my rituals back in. We're going to try to be fast. Get something like 3 or 4 drop out quicker. Before my opponent can get something like 2 or 3 spells off. Get enough in the graveyard and then Murktide us. Oh. We went 3-2 with the Eldrazi red prison list. And so we went back to real red prison and we've run into 2 Murktide lists. It's not going well. Deck should be called Tide Pod. Ours? Theirs? I don't understand the reference. Alright. Play first. No lands. Alright, here's some lands. We're going to hopefully double Desperate Ritual, Chandra, and slap down a Chalice on 1. Will it happen like that? We'll find out. Steam Vents, they do shock in. So they have what? Spell Pierce here? Ritual. Ritual. Chalice on 1. Go. We're not going to run our Chandra into a very obviously televised Spell Pierce, and my opponent had it main deck, so this plays around that. Chalice on 1 is relatively strong here as well. There it is. They go ahead and burn it. We dodged. Now, we do need a little bit of help here with some lands. However, we have a Chalice on 1, and that is relatively strong. Used our brain, thought about the play, didn't overcommit, and got ahead on board. Blood Moon would be excellent to play here. This is potentially a counter spell now. We're going to just run it out, though. Better to do it earlier than later. If it's counter spell, good for them. Opponent Thought Scours, that's good for us. If we can keep them off double blue, ooh, we have a chance. We have a chance. Double Thought Scours here. All right, do they have the island? Do they have the island? Okay. 40 minutes. Bye. Well, they play Expressive Iteration. Fiery Islets played. Land. No land, but Seasoned Pyromancer is pretty good. Murktide Pods. Wash away your opponents. Alright. Put 3 power in the battlefield and get another Seasoned Pyromancer. We gotta kill our opponent, right? That's the deal here. This does keep them off Charm. Just not Counterspell. I'm really scared of another island, though, for Murktide. If I could get rid of the graveyard once, I think we get a concession. Opponent is really digging, though, and they have to dig for their island. They're missing it. They're missing their islands. This is the only way I've honestly been able to find a way to beat this opponent, the Murktide list, knowing, though, that Magus of the Moon almost never performs. So Magus of the Moon, you could keep in, but it just gets bolted. So you have to like rely on Blood Moon as a potential way to get things going. A couple bridges here isn't the worst. So if they do find Murktide, we'll be able to swing under the bridge. They'll be stuck on top. There we go. There we go. We got there. So we lost to Murktide. We win against Murktide. You can do it. It's just a very unfavorable matchup. We're at 1 and 2. It's a sweet win. Let's get this league changed. Turn it around. Let's have a bite out of this cookie. Ah. Cookie munched. Match found. Yep. Unholy Heat will kill a Magus as well. And keep in mind, sometimes they just play around the Blood Moon. So it's not something you want to like super commit to. All right, opponents of Jugantha list. We have a Blood Moon in hand. They usually are Tron or Elementals. We're going to go ahead and keep this because this is a removal. This is also good against Tron. This is... What is this? Also would be great to have an Abrade. All right, all right, all right. Okay, okay. Well, Ornithopters fly, so I probably want to kill those. How good is Blood Moon? Probably not. It at least doesn't look very good. Let's kill 2 Ornithopters here and leave them with a ground creature. The ground creature can be taken care of by Hazard at some point in the game. We can chump block for days. It would be nice to have an Abrade if they are able to get Memnite really large here. So that is one thing that Abrade would do better than Pyre here. But really the saving grace this game is probably Fury. There's an island. All right, I'm glad I got rid of the Blood Moon. It's not looking very good anyway. Yeah, Jugantha's over here. It's a good card. Attack for 1, pass turn. All right, we'll pass. Extra Pyre here. Yeah, the drum's pretty good against them. Against us. Another Ornithopter. I almost just want to kill these things. I'm going to use Springleaf Drum here. What do we have? 3-drop? It's like kind of okay. I'm just going to kill creatures. Killing creatures sounds good. Kill the creatures. Don't worry about anything else going on. Pew, pew. Pew, 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 pew. Look at all these Ornithopters. Oh, Welding Jar. Welding Jar. Welding Jar. All right, let's go loot him. We'll get rid of Blood Moon and Season Pyromancer. We need to find lands. Nice. All right, Pyre +1. Getting us out of a little bit of a sticky situation there. That being said, my opponent can still kind of crunch us out here. I'm going to try to play Hazard first. My opponent's not threatening like a ton of damage here. Let's actually do this off Desperate Ritual. Let's do this off Desperate Ritual and get Mom Dog in here. Getting Mom Dog in here. We can hold Mom Dog back next turn. We're going to do Karn down tick, go get Bridge. We need a way to protect ourselves because we're going to make some big constructs. Mom Dog is going to be the wall that we need to live this game. We also could have put Karn down and maybe prevented some Urza Saga, but we're only going to have to worry about one Saga thing here, it looks like. This is really bad not to draw land. Let's see if they activate Saga. If they do, I will downtick. If they don't, then I kind of want to uptick here. So they didn't activate Saga in response to Karn. I'm going to uptick instead of downticking here. This is because Hazard can block something here, and they're not going to make a token because they don't have enough mana. Now, they could here, theoretically, go down and get a Pithy Needle. I'm going to cross fingers that they don't. If they do, we have 3 bridges main decked. We'll go find them. Not to mention, then, I'll just smash them with Karn. Or, sorry, Hazard. Hazard Karn. Both. Smash. This doesn't activate. This doesn't activate. My opponent's going to only have really 1 mana here after the fact. Again, I'm expecting like Pithy Needle, but if they don't, I think we lock this game out. Pithy Needle could also name Hazard, but it should name this. Ooh. Spell Bomb. So they don't have Pithy Needle. Good to know. Good to know. All right, now I don't know if they really want to throw something at me, but they can. They have blue mana here and colorless floating. This is looking very good. This is a prison matchup. 2 in the air. Yeah, Pithy Needle definitely in the sideboard, but sometimes you run a couple Silver Bullets main decked, especially when you're running the Sagas, so that you can go find them. It is not unheard of, obviously. All right, well, beauty of Fury here, we're about to realize. Let's go ahead and go. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's just do it this way. Who needs Seasoned Pyromancer? This is enough for you to concede yet, opponent? Thanks. In this scenario, I probably go get Walking Ballista instead. Ping this 1 swing and don't even worry about Karn anymore. Oh, new Karn. That was cool. So this matchup's very close to just basically run it back. I'm going to bring a Void Mirror in over like a Blood Moon and call it a day. Call it a day. Blood Moon's not bad against the Urza Saga. It's just probably not the first thing I need to be worrying about. But, you know, when you get it in the opening hand, you're just like, sure, let's do it. Well, this Frogmite's going to be impossible to kill, but we'll try. All right. A little more of the Fury. All right, well, there's a bridge. That's what we needed. How do we want to dump the hand here? Let's just play bridge here and put Chalice on 0. They can attack me, and then next turn we'll continue to empty the hand. This way I'm not burning Chandra down ticking with it and not having bridge in play. We'll just plan to do this and hope that this is the only thing that can attack for a turn. And we'll be pretty okay there. I'm hoping they don't have a way to get rid of this bridge. Oh, Shadow Spear. All right, in for 6. We're down to 12. Bridge is going to be our saving grace here. This is when you want to so badly give Chandra the win, but big metal man Karn shows up and is just like, let me show you how it's done. I mean, Karn and artifacts are like best friends. I think we win. Whew, that's not the land you want. Oh. Well, they have really no way to cast anything that can get rid of Bridge right now. So we have that going for us. Blood Moon actually, I think, turns on their lands, if I recall. But hey, we got Chandra now, so we're good. Damage. And let's just kill some more stuff, shall we? Let's kill Spire Bluff Bridge. I don't even need liquid metal coating. Everything's an artifact. This is what the Mycosin Lattice days looked like to everyone. This is what we do. This is Mycosin Lattice. It's a win. All right. 2-2. Oh, that's right. It doesn't affect the super types. I don't need to really worry about it too much anyway. We're able to get low enough. You call a judge over. You double check. Would land be artifact after Blood Moon? Layers, if you're not sure, get the resolution. Be happy. I do not feel bad for our last opponent. Karn is a beating to Affinity. All right, we're going to keep this one, Chalice and Magus. We also have this Pyre that's been like hit and miss. It's really funny to have run into an Aether Vial deck and then an Affinity list. Oh, please don't be Murktide. This is Murktide number 3. And if we go 3-2 in this league, that is like big win. Oh, never mind. Never mind. All right, we're going to do Chalice first here. Doing Chalice first here because Bolt could be a thing. I expect this to be countered or them to bolt my face. Countered. All right. What's next? Teferi? Teferi downtick would be gas. Serum Visions. You would kill to face Affinity more often? Yeah. There's definitely those matchups that you're like, oh, we're winning. And Affinity is, more times than not, that list for us. You like to face Control and Tron all day? And the Hallowed Fountain. All right, well. Let's go ahead and put Magus down first. Blood Moon's a little harder to get rid of, so Magus first. This is going to get countered. Second counter spell. Show me Jace or something. Now they'll go fetch a basic. No Jace. All right. Let's try Hazoret. I need to get rid of all their counter spells before we put down this Blood Moon. It's not like Hazoret's doing anything anyway, opponent. Just let it resolve. What are you doing here, opponent? Don't you cryptic command us. Mom Dog's not going to even attack you. Yes, that's a good land for you to get. I like the no island. Mom Dog wasn't even going to hurt you, opponent. Wasn't even going to hurt you. Yeah, I might do a little bit of damage here and there. A castle. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3. All right, Seasoned Pyromancer. If they counter, for whatever reason here, I can then land Pyretic Ritual and Blood Moon. So this is the bait spell. Does it work? If not, then Pyretic Ritual and Pyre. Oh, big counter. Cryptic Command. Are you a time traveler, opponent? Who plays this? Who plays Vendilion Click? Are you insane? Now we have a bunch of Blood Moon effects, so we could hit another one. Insane, ladies and gentlemen. Vendilion Click. Alright, Blood Moon disappeared. Season Pyromancer. I'm assuming this resolves now. No, countered. Counter spell. I've got nothing else to do with this. Kill that. Go. It's a really old card. It's a good card. It's just very much outclassed these days. Teferi Big 5. Yep. You got it, Teferi Big 5. Yeah, I know. Vendilion Click showing up. Alright, well, 1, 2, 3, 4. Karn Great Creator? Do you have one more counter spell? The answer is no. The answer is no. Alright. Uptick here. Let's Spyglass. Get rid of this Teferi. And see what else my opponent's got going on. We went Spyglass here over Pithy Needle. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Alright. You see those cards? What is my opponent playing? What is this doing in here? Another Cryptic. That's kind of annoying. Harem Visions. This is gonna be rough. All right, we hit a Chandra, and sideboard wise, I could go get a Liquid Metal Coating. So let's do that. Liquid Metal Coating. Attempt to play. This will shut off a blue source, stopping Cryptic, and I can try to get Chandra down. Now they could end step Cryptic Command, bounce this. They'd actually have to do it right now. And then I can play Chandra and replay Spyglass. I tried a Liquid Metal Coating. By the way, Liquid Metal is one word, but LKM, I get you. The idea here is to hopefully blow some lands up. We'll see if we get that opportunity. It's a little harder against a blue mage because they have like Cryptics and other things like that. All right, second main phase, please. All right, we make it to second main. I'm going to attempt to cast Chandra. If they have an Archmage Charm and happen to get it in the last two cards, good on them. And damage, pass turn. Chalice on 0. Nah. Your move, opponent. Emrakul the Promised, huh? Ooh, that was spicy. That was spicy. That was a little bit of fire and ice here, dealing 2 damage, 1 here, 1 here. I think they have enough for a Prismatic Ending's a good one too. Now they can Teferi tuck Chandra as well if they wanted to. They probably want to go up though. Oh, they don't. Oh, they have the land. Oh, they have everything. Well, they're just going to play Emrakul. Because they're going to counter this. I could have put Season Pyromancer tokens into play. I don't see that being very good here, though. All right. Cryptic Command. Counter a draw. Up with Teferi. And I think they have enough here to play Emrakul. It's a good finisher. That's a good finisher. Besides a castle. Wait, we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, we're 3 short. Never mind. We're 2 short now. I'm thinking this is a little cheaper than it is. Blood Moon? Well, New Chandra's not the worst. Let's go floater mana here. I could get the tokens here. What if I did that? Threaten to Fairy. Let's do that. A little bit of a different angle here. I almost want my Scavenger Grounds. Scavenger Grounds clear the graveyard some, make Emrakul really expensive. Bolts Chandra, Emrakul, and 2 bolts. Well, double bolted. There went Chandra, Emrakul, and 2 unknowns. 34 cards to go in the library. No untapping. Another Chandra. Let's attack for 2 at Teferi. See if my opponent wants to flinch here. Answer's no. Just gonna jam it out. Gotta jam. Do you have the counter? Force a negation. All right. Go again. So many counter spells. Oh, we're still playing Fact or Fiction. So here's a great opportunity to talk briefly. Fact or Fiction or Memory Deluge. Memory Deluge is one of the newer cards. I think Memory would be 10 times better here. At this point, I'm going to probably just have to give them like Prismatic Spreading versus like Snapcaster. I probably don't want to even give them the lands. So they're going to maybe get more cards. But I mean, the Snapcaster is just like the best card here. I don't care if you draw a new card. You're drawing them anyway. Snapcaster just does everything. But anyway. They take the lands because they're working towards Emrakul. Prismatic Ending's 1 token. Luckily, we have a sideboard for this. Spreading Seas as well. I can't play through a Snapcaster, by the way. Like, giving them the Snapcaster, they just snap something. They'll easily take Snapcaster plus 1 other card. Ooh. Ooh, okay. That actually makes Emrakul a little more expensive. And would have made the Snapcaster absolutely garbage to have. Not that we knew that. Not that we knew that. All right, graveyards. Delicious. Nom nom nom. Okay. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They'll put a land, so that makes 10. So you need 3 more things in the graveyard or some more lands. Serum Visions, that's a sorcery. Scry is double bottom. Sulphur Falls is not the Flooded Strand. Castle Vantress activation here before Teferi. Yep. And then untap after this scry. Double bottom. I wonder if Emrakul is their only win condition here. It may literally be the only win condition they have. I forgot to attack. I'm almost just like very curious if they have any like sharks. Is it just Emrakul? Well, it sort of is. No, Ramunite cannot hit. It just does 2 damage to each opponent. Flooded Strand. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I mean, I don't have manlands, but I don't want manlands. I got some scavenger grounds. So far, not. I'm gonna keep the graveyard kind of clear here. Obviously, the Flood Strand puts something in, but then they can't just immediately land and cast Emrakul. This literally does feel like my opponent's just trying to play Emrakul, though. They are. That's what they're going to do. That's what they're going to try to do. It's very, very possible my opponent would lose based on matches for timing out. They got to play quick. We do have outs here still, too. I mean, like, you could arguably get Blood Moon, use Scavenger Grounds. Maybe they can't get, like, you know, a type in here for some reason. So there's Flooded Strand. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think they're going to have to just hard cast at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I keep counting just to see how much Emrakul costs. I'm so scared. Let's keep eating the graveyard. Bridge, you can't attack me. I'm hiding. Result. How long will that bridge stay in play here? Castle. How long does this bridge remain? So they have 11 lands, it looks like. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. They have 11 lands. Watch them not have enough lands. This gives them 12. And they play the land. See, I needed a Scavenger Grounds in response. Now they can cast Emrakul. It's tough to know that, though. All right, well. I get to hit F6. My opponent gets my turn here. They untap. Then I get a turn after that, I believe. They'll have Counterspell open, probably. Gemstone. You got it. They're like, I'm just going to activate Scavenger Grounds for you. Help you out. Thanks. Appreciate that, opponent. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Another bridge. Okay. Let's discard some cards and draw cards. They know I have a Gemstone Cavern, so... Oh yeah, Ritual. We're halfway there. Actually, based on how many counter spells I've gotten through at the beginning, they might not have another. So if I would have gotten another... if I would have gotten a another bridge, I might have been able to block. All right, 20 minutes on my clock, 13 on my opponent's. We're going to game number 2 in this best of 3. All right, but we can be faster. We just bring all this in. I'm probably just going to get rid of bridge at this point. They didn't have too many 1-drops. We'll get rid of some chalices too. Let's main deck a Pithy Needle. And yeah. So Eidolons and Rabble-Masters and Chandras. The matchup I'm the least confident in, other than Murktide, is like a control matchup. We're going to give this one a shot here. Could get rid of 2 Pyres for 2 chalices. That might be all right. But basically, we want to be aggressive. When I become president of the world, I will forbid control decks. Well, if you do that, then you forbid our deck as well. So ours is a subset of control. Yeah, Chelson 2 is nice. It's hard to get there, and they have lots of effects that just bounce the chalice. So it stops Snapcaster and other things. They're going to have prismatic endings, counter spells, Archmage Charms, Force of Negations, Cryptic Commands, Teferis. What's funny is it's very rare for someone to be angry in person when playing, because your demeanor, you can have a conversation with your opponent. You can just chat it up. Online, though, the rage flows. They are the red mages, not us. Full of anger. Suppose you can't do it in Urza's Saga build. I play lots of non-bows. I won't tell you can't. It just may be very difficult. How about control with extremely slow win cons? I mean, my opponent could for what it's worth, we stopped Emrakul basically until it cost 12 mana because we attacked their graveyard aggressively. They probably would have had it out 6-7 minutes of their clock earlier if we didn't attack like we did. I think sometimes it's just skill of the player. We've played some control lists and are ahead on my opponent's clock anyway. You have to think ahead on your plays when you're playing control. We do it naturally with Red Prison all the time. For what it's worth, they use their entire sideboard time too. They're confused. All right, we'll give this a shot here. We got a couple Blood Moon effects. We do need one more land. We do have Chandra Awakened Inferno. My opponent typically cannot take things from us. What's super nice is Aether Gust is not being played hardly at all. So we got that going for us. Need a land in the top about 2-3 cards. Let's make it happen. Let's take down control here. Let's play some Magic. I got half a cookie left. It's all riding on this. Do we get to eat cookie? Opponent mulls to 5. Let's win some Magic. That's the idea. I need to pick up some more Blood Moons. These Blood Moons. I own one. I own one of these. I own one brown chalice. Gotta vamp up the fancy cards. All right, Glacial Fortress. We do hit our land. We're in business. What do we think? Blood Moon or Magus first? Oh, probably Magus. Force of Negation's kind of scary. Poo Chalice. All right, this avoids Force of Negation. This is right. What reason I'm playing this? My opponent could bolt. We'll see if they bolt. If they do bolt, they got us. If not, second moon effect here. Does bolt. Uh-oh. 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 Counterspell. No. Fetch the basic island. Oh, planes. Celestial Purge? What year is this opponent? Remember, they had a Vendilion click too. Celestial Purge. Nice. Like it. All right. Next up, Rabble Master? Next up, Blood Moon. Just slam the next Blood Moon. Just you get the Blood Moon effect, get through all the counter spells, just throw them at him. Look at that. Got him. Rip apart. Oh. All right, Rabble Master, let's close this game up. We could play to the clock by playing Seasoned Pyromancer, but I think I just wanna end this. I want that cookie so bad. I want that delicious cookie so bad. Prismatic Endings, Rabble Master, Scalding Tarn. Land drop for us. We're gonna go Karn, down tick, Liquid Metal Coating past turn. Remember, this game is over when we get Chandra Awakened Inferno into play. And they don't play Aether Gust. Even if we go up twice here with the Chandra, I think it'll be enough to win the game. Opponent takes so long to get everything going. Tempting Liquid Metal Coating here. Expecting that counter. Let's throw Chalice on 1. Gonna down tick here, which may look a little weird. We're gonna go get that Tormod's Crypt and clear the graveyard, probably, at some point. Let's do it right now, actually. They got some nasty stuff in there. Cool. All right, who's ready for Seasoned Pyromancer? Who's ready? This looks like Big Teferi. Upticks Big Teferi. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Let's attempt a Seasoned Pyromancer. This will get countered. Fury Seasoned Pyromancer here. This will clear out Teferi. We don't want Teferi staying around here. 4 damage in. Up with Karn. Pass turn. All right. Land gives us Chandra. This is our win condition, and it's a lot faster than theirs. Fact or fiction? All right, opponent, you can have 2 counter spells or that. It's a pretty good option, right? Are we gonna lose Chalice here? Kind of smells like we're gonna lose Chalice. Steam Vents. Shocks in. Prismatic Ending, I assume, for the Chalice. All right. Mom Dog. Mom Dog. Let's go. 6 damage, pass turn. Whoosh. They need Teferi or something like that. At this point, I'd be okay with flooding out. We had to burn the ritual, unfortunately, to get Mom Dog to attack. But hey, presenting lethal is always a good thing. Don't you think? Got to burn the ritual so Hazard can attack. This is fun. Watch this. Put card to hand. I'm going to put Chalice. We're going to throw Chalice. Woo! Throw. Chuck the Chalice at my opponent. Attack him with just this. I'm playing with them. I'm playing with them because time is a matter of much importance here. Opponent decides fact or fiction is where they want to go. You can have this, you can have this, you can have this. There you go. Opt, or have some counters magic. Nice. We're pretty safe for winning this one. So we have this kind of time to play with our opponent. They have 8 minutes on their clock. Letting Mom Dog do the thing. There they go. They concede. Pithing Needle doesn't really hit anything. We throw it. Swing in. All right. So we got to win game 3 against our opponent. They are moving a little bit quicker, which is good to see. We're just going to submit it back. Let's make it happen. Final match tonight. Final game playing this Red Prison. Let's see if we can make it a double 3-2 tonight. I think we can. I believe we can. Where's my boil? Let's blow up all the lands. Anyway. By the way, that game took us about 2 minutes to play, where it took my opponent 4 to 5 minutes. All right, we're going to keep this. We have an Eidolon. It's not a bad card. We have double Blood Moons, although my opponent has led with an island. We do need a few more mountains to get this one going. There's Mom Dog. Mom Dog's a little early to the party, but got excited from the last game. Okay, let's try Eidolon here, expecting a counter spell. No counter. That's really good for us that resolves, because any counter spells going forward hurt. I fully expect they just have like Prismatic Ending. Okay, Purge works. I was going to say they have some sort of removal rather than the counter. We're leading Magus next, then Blood Moon, by the way. Again, Blood Moon's the stickier one because we know they have bolts. Magus. Resolves. Bolt. Nothing. So, all right, this one's a fun one. Do we commit the Blood Moon number 2 here to give us a double, or do we play like Karn or Chandra here? I think I want to commit a second Blood Moon here. They didn't bolt at their end step, and so this would give us kind of a double protection here. They'd have to like bolt and then have counter. And this is feeling good. We will not run Magus into a Snapcaster. No need to do that. Oh, Factor Fiction. All right, opponent. You can have a Bolt and a Prismatic Ending. Or you can have lands and an Opt. What's up, Nerd Girl? How's it going? Can we get a shout out for Nerd Girl? Welcome to the prison. I mean, the fun place. She's like the team captain. Bolton Prismatic Ending. Flooded Strand played. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and slap down to Chandra. Up for... You know what? We don't get to do this much. Let's go Pithy Needle here. And let's go ahead and just name Teferi. Big Teferi, probably. On the off chance my opponent finds white mana. And again, we will not attack. We're trying to get that 3-2. Oh, well, we're not attacking. Opponent made sure we didn't attack there. Name planes. No planes for you, opponent. Karn. Liquid Metal Coating. You know what? Let's do Chalice on 1. See if my opponent still is F6'd. (3-2). Red Prison 3-2, blasting through that league. Opponent ran out of time, or ran out of patience to find the win conditions. Locked under Blood Moon. And here's your 5-0 previously list, but it's a 3-2 tonight. The big question we ran for this league tonight is Pyre better or worse than Abrade? It will require more testing. I'm going to bring the Abrades back in for now. To me, you run into enough artifacts. The Abrade is just, you can't ignore that. So if we do end up going with the Pyres, I think we'd have to have something in the sideboard to target artifacts when we run into a list that is running artifacts. That means we have to commit more slots to artifact removal rather than having that main deck. It's super nice to have the card draw, and it did get us out of a game. But I think if you're smart with your sideboard, you're smart with your starting 7 or even 6, and being okay with a mulligan, you should be okay probably about 85 to 90% of the time. So you're looking at what Pyre is probably going to give you in win percentages is probably about 5% more, or, and then the unknown is how much less are you going to win if you don't have a way to get rid of an artifact. That's tough to say because you can kind of go, well, I'm going to be more consistent. And if I never run into artifacts again, it's better to be consistent and kill maybe occasionally a planeswalker. And I think that's got to be the answer. Are there more planeswalkers or are there more artifacts in the meta? Right now, a lot of people are playing Chalice, but they're not putting Chalice on 2 and 3, which is great for us because we're above 1. That's where the Chalice wants to be. Everyone's putting Chalice on 1. So we don't need the Abrade for that. Teferi's been annoying. Doing 3 damage there would be really nice. It's tough to say. I think Abrade is better slightly, but that's 1 league down. We'll be practicing more with it. But this is Red Prison. This is what it does. This is what it does. Oh yeah. And we got our cookie. Ah.